Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to this miserable situation here in Total War Warhammer 3. I am really unsure how we're going to deal with this. Castalton's army is right behind us, at full strength despite having just fought two full-sized armies, and we can push forward here. We could attack this army, and then we could run to the Plague Moon maybe this turn, maybe next turn. I'm not sure exactly how much movement we'll have. We can try to go the longer way around in the hopes that Castalton gets picked up by Pox's hand, but I'm not sure we can afford to do anything other than take the most efficient path everywhere. Just for meat reasons. So if we attack Pox's hand, and then we go hit that, what is Castalton going to do? Castalton's just going to run up the same spot, right? Like, this is what he wants to do. He wants to grab... this is bad. I guess, like, realistically, our only hope is to pull that off and then successfully lay an ambush for his troops, but like an ambush battle with him is better than a non-ambush battle, but they're both pretty fucking miserable. Greases could deal with the bear. We can shoot a lot of them with our ogre pistols. Iron Guts are tough, but they're still going to get carved to pieces by an army that's like mostly elite lances. I guess, you know what? They only have 4 units of elite halberds. I don't know. Maybe we could do it. Here's the other thing. If we think we can do it, are we better off just doing it now? Well, we probably need the ambush, though, right? And I'm going to run out of meat, and we're going to suffer badly. Okay, yeah, let's push forward to the heel and figure it out. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like this is very bad for us. And if we do end up just getting ejected here from the Plague Lord Kingdom and we don't get the soul, that does put us behind. We are not really in a position where we can afford to miss souls. The bad luck with Tzeentch pretty much sealed that up for us. So we have a nice open ground here again. I think open ground favors us way more than it favors them. And I do think that this army, this Nurgle army, is worse than the ones we were just fighting. They have more soul grinders, so they have more good range damage, but they'll probably mostly just shoot at our hunter, if the past couple are any indication, which is basically just wasting their time, right? Their projectiles do not do enough damage to individual targets for that to be a smart way to use that unit. Oh, it's wet here. I guess in Nurgle territory, everything's probably like a little moist, but just damp, just kind of gross and damp all the time, right? Doesn't it look like it? Unbearably humid. Well, what we can do, I suppose, is we can play way over here, just draw up to pistol range in the muck, and then have them run at us through the muck, which is going to, units move a lot slower in water when they're having to traipse through that kind of garbage. So let's have our hunter over here, but not like, maybe on this side of the hunters, actually. We don't want him to actually be in the man-hunters, or the man-eaters, rather, but nearby. The Iron Guts can use the trees as cover to approach. And then, I mean, we pretty much want to have the rest of our units kind of go around this way. Yeah, I think I'm basically okay with this. It would certainly help a lot if this army had a wizard. All right, use the water as cover. You need to go forward into a position from which you can fire where you are not so close that anyone is taking splash damage from you. Greasus, I guess, just kind of like go up into the middle of the area. All right, let's see if they even attempt to respond to this.
You know why we're here. Meat, loot, it all belongs to us.
No, got knocked over by the Nurgle cannon already. Of course, it never fails. The moment you start recording, all of a sudden,
Finding the trail.
all of a sudden, you got a lump in your throat.
Pistols.
So we're gonna have to drop a little bit more. That's fine. Big damage on this beast of Nurgle because it dared to step forward. All right, buddy,
Quarry.
don't walk into grenade range.
Seeking prey.
No respect for his own survivability.
Stalking game.
You absolutely should be able to just throw that from there. I'm not sure why he feels the need to move in the first place. Yeah, there we go. So they're moving around. They're not actually moving up, though. Well, aside from these plague flies, who definitely need to get dead. Well, no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are moving in. You know what? Let's begin the approach. So I'm going to say do like that. There is a great unclean one on this side, but it looks like the Pox Riders are actually coming up first, and we can definitely do something about that. And you lot... Oh, you are... Sorry. The battle has advanced beyond your position. That's my bad. You should definitely be more like up here. I probably want to let the enemies approach a little bit before I pull these ones out of the woods, though. Let's make sure he's pointed in the right direction before we hit Foe Seeker.
The Ogre Tyrant. Eternal. Man-eaters.
What are they doing?
Shrimp.
Well, go deal. Oh, also, it seems like the enemy thinks they're going to be able to just kill our man-eater pistols. The thing is, these man-eater pistol units have reasonable stats. This is not actually going to be very good for them, I don't think. Let's go ahead and turn some stuff on. I'm going to nuke the offense stats on the Great Unclean one. And I do believe that this is the time for running forward while screaming and brandishing weapons. I don't actually want to put a unit of Iron Guts on the Great Unclean one.
I want it all.
Greasus made good initial contact. That's good enough. So y'all just get tied up over here. Honestly, they could probably use a little bit of help on this side. I'm gonna have you just go into melee mode. Just like be a nuisance. Yeah, go tangle with some Nurglings or something. Now, these things are, in theory, absolutely capable of just standing in melee combat like any of our other troops, which is to say not actually that capable. But obviously I would love it if they were shooting. Okay. Greasus is doing his thing. Here come the Iron Guts.
The more calls. Damn! Man-eater pistols. Rampage this way.
We got some breaks going on here. Y'all have done a fine job. It seems like the non-Great Unclean One units on this front are having a horrible time. So why don't you go ahead and pull back? You can do that. You lot, melee mode, challenge the Nurglings. Try to separate from the Great Unclean One. Greasus has this well in hand, I think. I hope. Probably. Mathematically, it seems likely. Okay. Lots of little dudes are getting all up in the gun line, but that's fine. They're just going to get horribly embarrassed here. Let's try to separate back. I guess we're not going to be able to get a clean charge through the water anyway, but I want to engage on an angle that is a little bit more my choosing.
The strongest.
Please just everybody leave him alone.
I ain't no gobbo! Me!
And I think we're gonna let the soul grinders keep doing their thing. We try to break as many of these smaller units as we can. In fact, I'm gonna pull these iron guts back even.
I'll smell ya! Crush 'em!
So y'all are still having trouble, and you're definitely in the way. Oh, I should have Greasus drop his ability. Let's kill the melee attack of... what is something that actually has a lot of bodies? Yeah, let's nuke this Exalted Plaguebearer unit. Greasus has this thing under control. I'm not too concerned about its stats. Okay, I thought we were losing control of one of the units of man-eaters, but in fact, it is a red unit nearby that has lost its nerve. That's fine. We're fine with that. So I really do need them to disengage, though, because they have to open fire. Get in there and do your anti-infantry thing. Where's the hunter? Okay, the hunter is rampaging through some units that are not necessarily best use of his time. He should really be on infantry. All right, let's try to focus.
This way! Drive on the move! Hungry! Carve the meat! Man-eaters!
Okay, good. We got most of them drawn off.
Find a meal! Oh, yes! The more corn!
That's a perfect charge. I mean, it's not going to be... Again, it's not going to be a real charge. Okay, this guy is currently toppling over. I mean, do we just go kill their lord? He's not large. He's not the best use of our abilities, but dropping their lord would do a lot toward getting the rest of them off of the field. Let's see if we can refigure the angles here. And I think I'm going to take some of these guys out of melee mode. I do not think they need to be in melee mode anymore. They could just throw knives at Pock's hand, but actually, what I want them to do is fall back and throw knives at these plague drones, who I guess still have some armor, but yeah, they're not going to be that resistant. And then, I mean, I think we really got to focus the guns on the plague bearer, or the Great Unclean One rather, not the plague bearers. Specifically, the opposite of that thing I just said.
The more cool.
I wanted to be close enough to make sure it was going to affect everyone it needed to affect.
This way! Rampage this way!
Actually, rampage this way.
Here we go! Find a meal!
This fight has turned in a weird direction. I'm not sure. I think they're just chasing the trappers.
Crush 'em!
Ah, fuck it. Just get them.
Serve the ogres! Sure thing! Guts out, boys!
Run away!
When do we eat?
Honestly, some of these ogres they're just too injured to stay in battle at all.
When do we eat?
Great Unclean One is shattering. Still got some health left though. It's going to take a minute.
Crush him!
Here comes the hunter. Okay. You are a withdraw. You are a withdraw. 6 wounded gorgers can probably still do some pretty good damage to an enemy who's not looking at them. You are definitely a withdraw. And we kind of don't care if we lose Noblars. Noblars can be brought back in a single turn of replenishment, so... Y'all throw knives at the Beast of Nurgle, I guess? Okay, these ones are fleeing, but they're not too far away. Where'd their lord go? Wait, is their lord dead? I don't see a body, but he just looks like a guy, right? So it's kind of hard to say. But I also don't see him anywhere on the battlefield. I didn't notice the enemy lord is dead message, but you know, sometimes I don't. Sometimes a lot is happening. All right, try to draw back. Let the Noblars hold this in place. Okay. Greasus should be able to handle that pretty quickly.
In my gut! For sure! Tribe on the move! Iron guts! Killing time!
Alright, there we go. That's what we want to see. Nice clean charge. So over here, you're supposed to be withdrawing, but you're doing it by running, like, kind of... You're running a lot closer to the enemies than I would like. Those are Pox Riders, and they should be dead. The Noblars actually did drive off a unit of Forsaken, which is terribly embarrassing for the Forsaken. Really just horrible work. You stay on there. I mean, we're kind of doing it. I feel like this unit of Iron Guts should maybe... Oh, you are all, like, wrapped up in the enemies in such an ugly way. Yeah, try to focus here. Looks like Greasus is going to be done over here very, very soon.
Tyrant of tyrants!
We'll save the Foe Seeker for the big relocation he's going to have to do. Y'all are withdraws. Get out of there.
Man-eater pistols!
Alright, you weren't a withdraw, but you are now.
When do we eat? If I got her...
Actually, put them into melee mode and have them ignore the Soul Grinders. Just charge into the enemy melee. Noblars never get any rest. Sorry, buddy. And so once he's turned around and actually moving, this is definitely speed potion time.
I am legend.
And he's gonna get held up on random bodies, fighting nobody. That's fun.
They're dead! Find a meal!
Hey,
Fine! Bring supper! Call me over tyrants!
okay, he's kind of able to move.
Throne bearers!
All right, there we go. There's the army break.
Eat them alive!
Yeah, these ogre pistol man-eaters are just wonderful.
The
What wonderful units.
eternal.
Alright, so we're doing that.
Looking for a
All the Noblars disengage. The battle's over.
crunch their skulls.
Well, it's ugly. But all wins are approximately the same win when the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a full heal on all of your units. I mean, I guess I say that, but if these 2 units of ogres didn't actually escape, then maybe we're actually really bad off. If those 2 units of ogres have to be replaced with Noblars, we're in real bad shape against Castalton. It probably won't matter too much against the Demon Prince. The battle against the Demon Prince I expect to be much easier than fighting Castalton, sadly. It's just a matter of making it there. And we're probably going to have to take the meat reward no matter what the numbers look like. Because, gosh, we are desperate. That's another big benefit of that ambush, is that there's such a large number of bodies in Castalton's army that I'm hoping that the end result would be an awful lot of meat. I guess, you know what, maybe there's not that many, though. 5 of those, he's got a bear and 4 cannons, right? I guess the cannons aren't actually single body units, but it's bad, for sure. So, ugh. I think we actually do have to take 3 meat, as much as I hate that. And we did manage to keep our units of ogres. Yeah, I think we better. It's true, we did win a battle in an area of attrition. For some reason, part of the army survived, though.
They're shockingly obese.
Ooh. Oh, we have the distance. We're going to get inside the circle, so the event is going to fire. And these are our last 2 skill points ever. So what is really still worth picking up? Spell resistance seems bad. Sneaky Noblars seems usually bad. Sword Noblars is probably not necessary. I definitely want 8% weapon strength. And then it's like 5% HP or... Geez, or what? We're unlikely to get much value out of this one. And this one doesn't affect the gun units that we do want to run. Yeah, the man-eater, the ogre pistol man-eaters just don't get any ranged buffs. Ooh, my voice really wants to give out on me today. Or right now. It's been a lot of recording and talking today. I think I am going to take the 5% HP. We'll just max it out there. Since we took that physical resistance and everything, our HP is slightly more valuable than it used to be. A single point of HP is more EHP than it once was. So we have all of the health and all of the ranged attack buffs. We don't have the 15-point bonus versus large, which I guess is fine. We could pick up more armor, but honestly, at 138, you're definitely seeing diminishing returns there. Oh, you know what? We only have 44 melee attack. Yeah, Sword Noblars absolutely makes sense. Just arm some of the Noblars in the coterie. So I'm pretty sure all we have to do is enter the blue circle for the event to fire. Okay, yep. So we got our true immunity. We got even more reduction in the attrition damage from the area, and all of our units went back to full. Well, we're as ready as we're getting, I suppose.
No gut.
We have 22 meat. Ugh. Things are bad. I'm not going to try to fool you on this. Things are looking pretty bad for us. So, Acro is bleeding out rapidly. To be perfectly honest with you, I think we can just disregard him and resettle Grimtop. Oh, sorry, hold on. We should look at these before we go doing a bunch of stuff. So first of all, DY target, probably not a real thing, and yep, in fact, we cannot even take the contract. The Darkland Orcs would like us to capture and occupy Nashrak's lair, which is owned by a faction that we are at war with. Where the hell are we? Okay. Speaking of us being at war with this faction, they actually have an army right outside. Okay, the area does have a garrison building.
Do you take me for a wazzock?
Okay, that's a thing to keep an eye on. And Goldtooth wants us to take Norden, which we can't currently see, but I know where Norden is on this map, and it's way too far away for us to even consider. So none of these things are happening. None of these things are even remotely possible. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Now, see, I'm a little concerned about this. Can we perhaps get a little bit of coordination?
Let's chat.
I would love for you to target this army. Could you just do something about that? Because they're like kind of all up in my business. You don't really have anything in the way of units right now, though, do you? No, absolutely nothing. Well, they're going to siege the settlement, and it's going to be a real pain in the ass. Did we run that one army? We did run them pretty far north.
Ogre slew a master.
I'm going to turn them around. We're not being actively threatened from the north. I was just trying to find something to do. It is probably better for us to go and actually fight off the dwarves. And even if we don't have to deal with this army specifically, just to come down here and, like, I don't know, we could run across friendly territory and, God, their stuff is so far away. I was going to say and burn down some of their dwarf holds or whatever. Ugh. Terrible stuff. Somehow, there's this huge no man's land on all sides of us, and people just keep crossing it safely with no resistance coming to them from absolutely anywhere. I guess Targog heads up here to start harassing. Yeah, I don't know. We could see a Siege army do exactly the same thing and cross to attack Titan's Notch, but we are building up defenses at Titan's Notch at least. Oh, we can actually build the Sky Titan hold. Is that worth doing? Plus 8% income from all buildings in all adjacent provinces. It probably affects... I was about to say it probably affects camps. We don't know that. It might affect camps, is a better thing to say. And it would be super cool if it did. We can make sure to put camps all around it. Gut Flag. Gut Flag is the actual mage.
Roll out.
So he's gonna run over here.
Survivor of the flame trial.
I'm not so worried about Acro at this point, so maybe... Hold on. Can you resettle Grimtop? If you try to resettle Grimtop, it's going to cost $12.77. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure we pay that before I spend any more money. And this army will absolutely embarrass those guys if they decide to make a thing of it. And you can just try to take this guy out.
Burning agony.
Have we ever seen Og succeed at an action? Like, ever? He's supposed to be good at stuff, too. Alright, continue to change the amount of control in the area. Just terrible. One of the worst fire bellies of all time. And we don't really have any money left. We can't take any of these contracts because they're all garbage. Well, I gotta tell you, not optimally pleased with the situation we find ourselves in. It didn't show us any of the Great Orthodox... Oh, because Fast Forward is on. How did that happen? Hold on, I want to actually see what's happening. Some of this stuff's really important. Yep, Supino's just running around doing whatever he wants because we can't seem to handle any enemy agents at all. Oh. Shufbar has a second army. That's bad news. How can they afford 2 armies? Don't they have like 2 holds that are in the middle of nowhere and have no resources? We might actually lose a settlement to them. That's extremely annoying.
The boss.
Broken lands of... Oh, yeah. Yep, and all this is happening. Fast forward mode is bad. It's a bad time. So Castalton moved to here.
Blasphemy! Blasphemy! I serve Ursan!
Whatever I decide.
This is pretty rough. How much movement is that going to be? Okay, it's definitely going to take us below 25% to attack Spurt Mildew. We're going to suffer meat attrition, whatever the opposite of the meat sweats is. If we try to move up any further and just, like, ambush. But in order to not take meat attrition, we'd either have to attack this full-sized army, which just seems like foolishness. Worth noting that if we had stopped in that position, they absolutely would have attacked us. So that sucks.
Gracious, the shockingly open.
I think we do have to, like, stop short, lay in ambush, and see what happens.
Pick it!
If Castalton moves up and attacks here,
Not
hopefully Blistrorgel will get in on him, and this sucks and is bad and is going to leave us in a real rough position for the boss fight, but I do not think we have a choice. Okay, you should probably stay put for 1 turn and then we'll start marching. The hunter has leveled up from doing the basic civil engineering work of fixing this settlement.
leader of the tribe.
Do not have a ton of cash. But we do need to repair this. So Grog's movement south has become more urgent. Yeah, they just happened to have a second 20-unit army
Is unthinkable.
waiting in the wings. How?
Was chosen.
Ugh, these tiny AI factions that are able to just field whatever army they want all the time. It's very frustrating.
To the quarry.
All right, you're gonna have to get down here and draw some blood, and probably pretty fucking fast, actually. Targog has all the meat in the world. We probably shouldn't bother to take the Tower of Asher. Interesting. So the design of this province, it's tucked completely within this province, so it doesn't touch anything that's even a short distance to its east. So we're not going to get any camp bonuses out here. That really sucks. I think we are probably going to lay a camp down somewhere in the area around here, just because, you know, more camps is more income, and we do have some room under our cap. But I think for right now, just press upward. Ugh, it's all enemy armies though. Well, we might have to get a little bit more clever. How's stuff going over here? We have some friendly armies. I don't think our camp is in immediate danger, which is nice. Mount Thug has completed its basic garrison structure. Sure would be nice to be able to upgrade that some more.
Ogre violin.
I don't remember where Greasus was
Direction.
when he went into the thing, but it's got to be up here somewhere.
I'll leave only ashes. They will blister and burn.
Just absolutely useless. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Let's see what happens. So what does the Orthodoxy do? This is the main question. Interesting. He goes to battle with the other army further away from us. I think that's very good, because I think now we're going to be able to push through the small army and then just march hard and get out of the Orthodoxy's range. Yeah, I'm venturing north here at a very bad time for... Jesus, how do they have... So they have 7 armies just kind of pushing down these fronts. 8, 9, 10... All right, maybe we're falling back to a defensive position. I appreciate that they're not managing to cohere very well, though. That's good news for us. Oh, Spurt Mildew sees through my my disguise. We're gonna manually fight this battle, because I can manually fight this battle with 0 casualties. I have no idea what the auto-resolver is going to do to us, but it will probably suck. Right, because the Hunter and the... they have no ranged attacks. The Hunter and the Man-Eaters should be able to do this without taking literally any damage at all. And then that'll mean we have some meat to start the turn with, like 1 or 2. So, somebody can eat. Unfortunately, I don't think that's how the game mechanics work. It does really suck that like there is a mechanical need for me to do a battle like this, because we absolutely should be able to just auto resolve something, but you cannot trust the damn auto resolver. Not even a little bit. We're gonna spend like 3 times as long loading in and out of this battle as it takes to actually play it. This is the front of my deployment zone. Okay, you're also up here, and then everybody except you 4 can play way back. I guess Greases can be up too. Greases can punch a guy.
Money and pistols! Do your tribes proud. Kill anything that moves. Then
Open with
eat
one of
it
those.
after. Fattest, strongest, richest.
Look at them running for cover.
The quarry
All right,
is
if you want to
mine.
play that game, we'll just wait for them to come out of the trees. They attacked us. We're not in any hurry here.
Fine. Knock me there.
God, the degree to which your units get stuck on each other for no reason.
Tracking quarry.
Goldtooth on the move.
The tracker.
The fuck are they doing? Okay.
Here we go.
They are executing a flanking maneuver on my other units.
Man-eaters! Find a meal! Tyrant of tyrants!
I guess we're gonna approach via this like open angle over here. Honestly, this whole army can like... This is so fucking silly. I'm actually really annoyed. Sorry, that was not supposed to be a pause. That was supposed to be a play.
Money and pistols!
Actually really annoyed that they're making us go through this at all.
Hunt them down! Seeking prey!
Bring us meat!
Hunting! Finding the trail.
Okay, there we go.
Money your pistols!
Prey!
When supper! Biggest in the tribe!
Just so damn silly. So damn silly that we even have to worry about it.
Crunch!
Focus on them.
Skulls!
I'll say this, I'm impressed at their morale.
Carve the meat!
In my sights!
Ammo is infinite, health is not. I feel like in a situation like that, it shouldn't even ask you about auto-resolving. It should just be like, and they lose. They attack you, and they die. I am so annoyed that they did like the plan that would make this take the longest to do safely, just 100% fully out of spite. There is no way that they thought executing a flanking maneuver against the double weapon ogre bulls was going to be a good idea. That's one of the worst things in our army that they could possibly be going after. Just full spite. Hey, the XP for that did level up one of the units of man-eaters to gold, so that's pretty fun. We still have some iron guts who need to make gold so that they're benefiting fully from all of Greasus' skills. And honestly, this army's doing very well experience-wise. We still need to get some better units in here, and a wizard would certainly help. Well, there's literally no meat on the processed meat. For some reason, we have taken damage, which is nonsense. I'm just gonna go back to full. So we got a little bit of meat. I don't exactly know how the meat attrition works. If it kicks in on a turn where you can't satisfy the army's full need for meat, or if it's more like if you have 0 meat left at the time that meat check happens, that's when the damage occurs. I'm hoping it's something more like the latter, because if so, we can actually end up not taking very much damage here. They're gonna make me do this manually. Okay. To be perfectly honest with you, I wonder if the auto-resolver might give us better results than doing this manually. Because these are all dwarf warriors, right? They're pretty hardy units. They don't have great attack and defense, but they have 90 armor and stuff. I'm gonna eat the auto-resolve loss here because it says close defeat. And the auto-resolver does often overvalue defensive, like, fortifications.
The loser gets eaten.
I think we lose that either way, but I think we actually... Wow, no, it was not a close defeat. It just fucking lied to us. It says close defeat while giving them a massive, massive victory. Well, we have a little bit of a response from the orcs, but it's not going to be sufficient to actually do anything. How are you going to bring 10 units against 35 and be like, "Hey, I'm coming from that summons that you put out"? No, you're not. You're not even trying. Okay, the rebel army has spawned. Hopefully they will be more of a problem for our enemies than they are for us. Village of the Tigermen has some garrisons, so the rebel army won't be able to be much of a threat just yet. And yeah, if we just...
No food till you get there.
If we just haul ass at full speed, there's no way Castalton catches up now. We're going to take a turn of ugly attrition here, but then I think we're in actually a very good position to get this done. So do we need to do this? He's not going to be able to make it past the Great Hall, right? Well, I guess there's kind of enough room to walk.
I'll have you!
I really want to come down here and try to reclaim the settlement.
You're
Alright, so we're still in friendly territory. Even if we had taken weird kills there, or weird deaths, we still would have been fine because we're in friendly territory. And you actually have enough movement left to just go into ambush mode in the trees you're standing in. Oh, actually, we're just over the line, aren't we? Yeah, okay. Maybe instead of doing the ambush, I want to step back over onto my side. We'll just wait there, politely. Oh, Grog can't quite get to defense of the camp position.
Ogre hunter. All are prey. The master
Okay.
hunter.
Doing some damage.
Ogres.
We might have to be a little bit more careful with our approach. I don't know how much movement they'll have left.
Nay.
I mean, this says very little, but we've been lied to before,
Emissary
very recently.
of the moon.
And if we're not going to be able to defend the camp anyway, we may as well take the more careful approach here. How do I... There we go.
Guided by
There's 27.
ogre tyrant!
Ugh, that's a tier 3 bounty tent that we're losing to an army of a faction that has other problems, I'm sure. They walked all the way across the nation of an enemy that they are at war with just to focus on me. And not just to focus on me, but like they ignored easily attackable fortifications and stuff so that they could come after my settlement, which has real defenses. You know what? Let's have you...
Follow
Is this
the
inside the
course.
camp circle? No, it's not. That's a shame. I wanted to go into
There! I said
into
so.
encampment mode. All right, well, we'll have to just go here and stop. We could throw down another camp. We do have room for 2 more. We're about to lose one, too. That said, I don't think a camp here is sustainable. The western provinces are going to push hard, or rather the northern provinces are going to push hard, and the western provinces are going to make no attempt to defend us, as we've seen in the past. So it does feel like that would just be burning money. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. But next turn, we might, we got to update this army composition. This is terrible. So, Skull Chewer, I mean, I guess you can just go and harass demons for the moment.
Let their flesh melt to soup. Not a tale to remember.
I have the worst fucking heroes. I just...
They cannot march through magma!
I mean, I don't think they're going to do anything other than walk backwards into Karak Krakatan anyway, but like...
Fully done!
We got to get some XP on these heroes so that their success chances go up slightly. This dwarf push sucks. Oh, hey, it's Kairos Fate Weaver. So Titan's Notch was a turn away from finishing its garrison building, I think. And I guess Sinch just gave up on... Because this guy should be in a Demon Prince realm right now, right? Well... Do we want to try to resist this? We're probably not actually going to be able to kill anything. I don't know, maybe we could get lucky and take out the Flamer?
We're going conquering.
Okay, well, never mind what I was planning on with Malguts. This is... Apparently this is going to be a problem forever. Kairos Fate Weaver, despite the fact that to have any chance at all in this game, he must be elsewhere right now, has decided to really focus on us with his laser-like anger. So we are going to have to burn down that faction's entire territory. I was kind of hoping that by leaving big empty areas between us and our enemies, we could cause them to go after the other people that they're at war with. And then, you know, most of them have a pretty long list of people they're at war with, because it simply doesn't make any sense to go after us. You know, the incentive of good math. But it turns out there is no math good enough to make the AI not focus on the player. So we'll go get Karak Krakatan back, and then we'll deal with that tiny little Acro army that is stuck inside our territory. Yep, this is where we lose the camp.
A battle and a feast.
I don't think we were going to be able to hold that settlement. I know that the AI routinely, or the auto-resolver routinely underestimates our position, and if it says close defeat, it means decisive victory, but I think in that case it was probably not that far off. I do still wish we had gotten the casualties of a close defeat.
Tyrant!
Okay, 10,000 Cathayan armies in ambush stance, none of them actually working. Okay, so I think I'm going to focus on replenish troops whenever we can, and the spells and stuff matter, but for some reason, Malgut's army is never able to replenish at a reasonable rate. So if we attack them, we're just going to force them back into the settlement, but I think that's fine. I want to break their recruitment. Okay, well, it's going to give us a close victory, and it's not actually going to kill any of my units, and then we're going to be in a friendly settlement, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the auto-resolve here. Alright, it did kill more of our units than it killed of the enemies on the other close victory. What from our side looked like a close defeat, but it wasn't so much worse. It does suck, though, to lose these, settlements and have to rebuild everything over and over again.
Survivor of the flame trial.
Okay, that's a friendly. So, Og, it would be super cool if you could get some of these guys. Yep. Never mind, it's not important. So Malgut's got his blue line pretty filled out. He's got his red line pretty filled out. There's really nothing to do here except... you know what? Let's take this, and then we might potentially do some recruiting, or we may just use it for later when we're doing replacements, because, you know, we're going to lose units. That's going to happen. Okay, what is the proper approach for Grolg here? There's no sense in attacking Lund Gunnison's army because they're just healing anyway. Yeah, I really need these assholes to come out of the settlement. If they want to just wall up with 2 full armies, there's not a ton we can do about it.
More bids us hide.
Gorger Rock does have a garrison. Alright, well, there's nothing to do up here anyway. It's fine.
Moving. Ogre tyrant.
Yep, Targog's just got to run back here. The camp will provide us some good cover as we approach, so...
Wandering hunter.
Meldig, I need from you some extra skill at assaulting units, probably. Skullchewer. Where did those demons go? The hell is this? Pinch Eye. Again, I don't remember. The portal was here-ish? That might have been the last time we went to the Demon Realm. I don't remember. Okay, so. Okay, Greasus' army has not suffered any attrition from meat loss yet. So, what a sentence.
Smart plan, this.
So we're in perfect condition to go to the mansion of the Plague Lord. We are going to have a big dramatical battle there. And I have very high hopes, even with this kind of crummy army. And this is going to be very embarrassing for Castalton, who I don't have any idea why he did things the way he did them. But, as we all know at this point in the series, that battle for the soul, that's going to be a long one. So I think this is where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are taking down a demon prince. And then we're halfway through it. We're getting closer. And we'll see you then.